Hi, my name is Caitlin Pohl, and this is my third talk for TED class. I'm going to be talking about StrengthsFinder 2.0 by Tom Rath, and I'm going to talk about my own personal strengths and what effect I've had from reading this book and from taking the test. So my first strength is connectedness, and this is the faith and links between all things. Like all people and events are connected as if in a web. And as part of this strength, I feel connected to people because they have answers that I don't. I feel like I'm seeking answers, and I find strength when I feel connected to something that is bigger than myself. My second strength is futuristic, and this means that I draw energy from visions of the future, and I find strength in seeing what I can do, what I can accomplish in the future. My third strength is input. And input means that I have a thirst for knowledge and just a craving to know more. I found this suits me perfectly because I'm that person who's always looking up words in the dictionary. I just always want to know more facts, even if it's totally non-essential information. It's just a thirst for knowledge. My fourth strength is intellection, and this means I'm introspective and appreciate philosophical discussions. Also means that sometimes I need time alone to ponder things, because that's where I find my strength, from pondering events and just thoughts. My fifth strength is adaptability, and I find it interesting that I actually did my first TED Talk for this class on adapting to a new environment. Little did I know this is actually one of my top 5 strengths. Adaptability is really just going with the flow, and it says that I get restless and don't work as well when I have a schedule or routine, that I work best when I take things as they come. And one of the recommendations for adaptability is to not set up organized plans. And I thought that, well, I'm a high school student. My life is pretty routine. How do I get around this? How do I do that? And I've found that just by doing little things, like instead of making an organized list for what homework I need to do by what time, if I just take things as they come, I actually work a lot better. So now that I know all these strengths, it's neat to see it on paper, like this. Yeah, this is me. This is who I am. But then, what I ask myself is, where do I go from here? Now that I have this knowledge, how do I maximize my potential? And what we talked about in class is finding people who are compatible with your strengths. And we watched Malcolm Gladwell's talk about spaghetti sauce on his TED video, and he says that by embracing variability and by not looking for like the platonic food, the perfect food, that because the perfect food like doesn't exist, and by embracing variability, you can accomplish more. And I feel like this is kind of what Tom Rath is getting at with people's different strengths. Instead of being the perfect person, and just focus on your strengths. Focus on what you like. Know your limitations, but focus on what you're truly naturally talented at. And what I really found interesting was which talents or which strengths match mine. For example, since I'm a futuristic strength, it says to look for people who are also futuristic, because you challenge each other to be more creative and to keep envisioning the future. Also, it says match as someone who's an activator, because I have these thoughts and I have these visions, but I'm not the kind of person who knows how to put them from thoughts into actual action. So that's something that I need to be aware of. If I need to get something done, if I have a vision, I know I need to find someone who will actually be able to get it done. Also, for connectedness, it's sort of the same idea, that I need to find someone who has a communication strength, because I can have these thoughts and ideas, but sometimes I don't know how to communicate them. So that's something that I just need to be aware of as I go forward in life. And I think this whole Strengths Finder comes at a really good time in my life, particularly because I'm going to college next year, and pretty soon I'll be declaring a major, which is sort of a big deal. It's I feel like I'm enthusiastic about a lot of subjects. I'm passionate about a lot of things, and I don't exactly know where I want to focus my attention for college for the next 4 years. And what I love about this book is that it's sort of an intersection between passion and strength, or it's helped me find that intersection, because I know what I'm passionate about. I recognize that emotion, but strengths, on the other hand, is not something I really had the vocabulary for. I I couldn't really say, yes, I feel strong when I'm connected to something bigger than myself, or I feel strong when I think about what I can accomplish in the future. I didn't have that vocabulary, but this book has given me that. And finding the intersection between what I truly love and am truly passionate about and what I'm actually one of my true strengths, that's huge. That was something that will really help me to maximize my potential as I go on in life. And one such example is for connectedness. It says, seek out global or cross-cultural responsibilities that capitalize on your understanding of the commonalities inherent to humanity. And one thing, when I did foreign exchange, not only did I live in Argentina and learn to understand their culture, I also met lots of other exchange students. And I had time to talk to people from Denmark and from Norway and from New Zealand, just people from all over the world. And that was one of the most valuable experiences in my exchange, was talking to those people and understanding their cultures and finding the connections and the where they were different and how the cultures are different. So now reading this as one of my strengths, I can match that passion to something that is a true strength of mine, which I think is just very valuable. So knowing that, knowing my true strengths, and knowing my pitfalls, and then knowing who I can pair with, what strengths I can pair with to maximize my potential, that is something that I will be able to use, and that will just be very valuable to me as I go forward. So for me, it's exciting to know this. It's every day I'm kind of recognizing different things, I think because I'm a senior in high school, it's kind of natural to think about next year going to college, but I've just been realizing lately that focusing on the future has really helped me. Sometimes I get kind of caught up in what's happening now, and when I envision the future, I'm energized and I feel strong. So these are just really useful and just valuable knowledge to me. So thanks for listening.